a second, we're going to be going live momentarily. Chill out for a split second. We're going to get started. Alright, everything should be good. Things should be straight. Let me turn this up. You guys can see me better. A little bit better. So, there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Collectiv interest stream meeting, pop-up stream. I don't know what I want to call this. I don't know what I want to title it, but it's Welcome to the Collectiv. That's basically how I want to introduce it. My name is ADS Play, also go by ADS Play 101, also go by Azariel, and I am a member, founder, and owner of the World Warriors Collectiv, which you guys see here before you. Let me just throw some disclaimers out there. You know, this is like my third time trying to start this live stream, so there may be some bugs and some issues I got to deal with, but this is something that I hope helps gain people interest and help people share in what this brand is about. And I feel like it's a very inclusive brand that just hasn't caught the right eye yet in order to get it out there to the public. So yeah, I know once the right people see it, it's going to spread like wildfire and it's going to start catching more and more people's attention. And you know, the only hope that I can take is that people understand what it is I'm bringing to the table with this brand, as well as what this brand is about, and going forward, hoping that you guys will be willing to support the brand, as well as myself and anybody else who I may bring into the fold in the future. So I want to say thank you to everybody who's watching this on D Live, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, Picarto, Smashcast, let's see what else, Mixer, and any other live streaming platform that I am doing this on. I had to deal with like a troll and like my past attempts, so I had to start over and get that guy banned. So if need be, I will close the chat window right there. I will get it blurred out so we don't have to worry about that during the live stream, because I need to focus on this. This is my first time doing this, so I know there's going to be bugs and issues and, you know, things I'm not familiar with, but you know, this is a start to something big, I hope, and I want to make sure that I get this out the best way I possibly can, regardless of any and all distractions that may come my way during the stream. So in this live stream, you know, this is for the public. Everybody is welcome. I know more people are going to come in. Hopefully more people come in. If not, it's going to be video on demand on several streaming services that I platforms that I mentioned. And yeah, I want to make sure that, you know, this gets presented in the right way, in the best way possible. So what can you guys expect to hear about in this live stream? So again, this live stream, this is a interest meeting type of live stream, I call it, kind of like a stream and meet, if you will, where you guys can get the history of the World Warriors Collectiv, the merch that is currently available, as well as the CollectivKykz, which is a new brand of shoe that I recently released. I pretty much believe like last week. So, and the pre-order bonuses that come with the people who pre-order the shoes, and we're going to get into that as we go along in the live stream. So So without further ado, let's get started. I don't plan on keeping you guys long at all. This is about probably be like 30 minutes, possibly even an hour. But I plan on getting through this quickly and efficiently, and hopefully not take up too much of your time. So, with that being said, let's get started. So first and foremost, what is the World Warriors Collective? So this is the Facebook fan page right here. You guys can go to Facebook, type in World Warriors Collective as you see it typed in there. WORLD Warriors Collective, COLLECTIV. That's collective without an E. World Warriors Collective as three separate words, and it's going to come up. I make posts on Instagram and Twitter and things like that, and it's basically amagloms in one space right there, so you guys can get everything from one source. So, what is the World Warriors Collective, and what is it about? What did I create it for, and what is the purpose of this brand? So, the World Warriors Collective is a Facebook fan page, which you see before you, which has of course been created and updated. It was created back in 2011, back when I was still living in Louisiana. I live in California now. And it was done underneath the premises of trying to unify people who play video games across the spectrum, regardless of your language barrier or the country that you may come from, or anything that would keep us divided as a community of people who enjoy playing video games as a passion. I know a lot of people do it on a professional level, those who do it as a profession, and on a corporate level as well. People who just have a passion for video games and anything that has to do with it, anime or whatever the case may be. Being in Louisiana, we don't have, or we didn't have an FGC, and we still don't. We don't have a fighting game community per se, not on the level of something like, California, Canada, New York, Texas, or which may have you. It doesn't really go beyond, a group of friends coming together at somebody's house. You guys play video games, and the winner stays on the joystick, loser passes it around, and it's basically like a King of the Hill style, thing that we did. And we had fun, and basically that's how the FGC actually got started. Not from me, but just those type of settings. And it's crazy to look back on it now to see that a logo got created. Shout out to the people at Squad Locker, I believe that's the name of the company that helped me come up with the logo. They helped me get it licensed, branded, trademarked, and all that other good stuff that I needed it to be. And yeah, after playing video games for so long, even going back home to New Orleans and things of that nature, I come across people from different ethnicities, Asian, Korean, Japanese, Native American, East Indian, you know what I mean? Just across the spectrum, like you meet different people with different backgrounds, and often you would find that people who may not speak the same language as you can actually be your best friend, but because of that language barrier, it's like it's hard to communicate through people. So our way of communicating was actually to play video games. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like a primitive communication. It was kind of like a primitive style of communicating, where you point to the screen, you see what they're trying to do, and they understand you. Kind of like that. So there was ways to get around that language barrier, but I feel like even back then we didn't necessarily have, outside of the arcades, a place where we can come together and get to know each other. So fast forward to, I say, like 2013, 2014, I think possibly even 2012, I followed up. I decided to try to do something with the group. I just came on Facebook one day. I seen that the group was still right there, and I didn't really do anything with it, because life was taking a hold and I was getting distracted and things like that. I was moving out of Louisiana to California, and I just didn't do anything with it during that whole time. It was just like me creating a Facebook group for this purpose, and I never really tried to push what that purpose was, and it kind of fell to the wayside. So fast forward to, I'll say, I'm gonna say around like 2013, it had to be when, and I decided that since I'm in California, I got a passion for video games. I was gonna try to pursue a fighting game career, so to speak. Because back in Louisiana, even though I had a passion for video games, fighting games in particular, there was no tournament scene there to support it. You know, you look at California and look at all the other countries and states that have these tournament scenes. Louisiana doesn't have that. So if anybody had aspired to be like a professional gamer, either it wasn't going to happen or they had to leave the country, leave the state of Louisiana in order to do that. Because outside of just being a doctor, a nurse, or a lawyer, or pursuing criminal justice, or your nursing degree, you know what I mean? There wasn't any avenues for people like myself to explore those options. So when I got in the position I got in, and I started thinking the way that I was thinking, I said, you know what? This is a brand that I feel like represents everybody that plays video games. Of course, the concentration. My apologies for that stream crash. Like I said, this is the first time. The laptop is old. It's these type of things are gonna happen. So, as I was saying, I'll pick up right where I left off. So even though this group is concentrated in fighting game tournaments, this is for anybody who likes to play in a variety of video games. Period. This is not just for that particular community, not the FGC in particular. Even though it was started, with the inspiration from the FGC and participating in those like events. Um, so I decided to put, my time and effort in creating a brand that was going to mean something to everybody, and the World Warriors Collective was born from that. So, because I feel like we're global, we're from all over the world. We're warriors because we hone our skills in the video games that we play, especially the competitive scene. From shooters to fighting games, etc. And we're a unit, which is a collective. Hence the World Warriors Collective. There it is. So yeah, man. So that's the history of the World Warriors Collective and how everything came to be. So I want to let you guys know. You guys can follow me on Instagram, right here, World Warriors Collective, on Twitter, at ADS Play 101. Of course, follow me on sub to the YouTube, World Warriors Collective, um, right there. And yeah, man. So that is the history of the World Warriors Collective. I know it's kind of short, sweet. Had to split because the stream crashed. It may still crash again. So just let you know, I'm gonna pick right back up where I was. If you guys, are still around, again, thank you again. If I can get away with it, I'm gonna try to amalgam, like fuse both the videos together and download them. That way we don't have to like see two separate videos. You guys can get everything at once. So with that being said, let's talk about the merchandise. Now, when I decided I wanted to push merchandise, of course, T-shirts and things like that was the first thing to go, to go up. So I decided to create two stores through Teespring, which is the Collective, which is the original line of shirts and merchandise, and I have the Global Collective Collection, which is the next step in everything that I just mentioned in the history of the World Warriors Collective. So let me explain what both of these are. So the Collective, is the original World Warriors Collective line of shirts, hoodies, tanks. They have a lot of memes on them. The team motto, which is "Be humble in victory, be gracious in defeat, but show no mercy in battle." I think that's a sick motto that anybody can follow, because as competitors in these fighting games, if you have a competitive spirit, when you know that you're skillful at something and you don't do as well as you could have, you get kind of frustrated. But it's a good reminder to keep yourself humble in defeat, or gracious in defeat. You take your victories like you take your defeat. Be humble about it, be gracious about it, and just it's a learning experience. And go from there. Some of my own quotes. Want some fries to go with that salt. Even when I play RPGs, tries to forge a sword, licks the blade, needs more weapon sauce. Things that I've said in past live streams years ago, and little quotes that I've said around when I'm just playing video games or things I thought of, playing fighting games, whiffs grab, reaching for the jar but no cookies. Anybody who plays a fighting game knows when that grab whiffs, it's like you're reaching. You know, just a variety of things, man. Leave them with the salt, which is one of my favorite quotes. Shout out to Mugetsu because he always quotes that. By the way, let me plug in two people in particular, Mugetsu right there, and Punk J, two guys who I like watching whenever I get the time to, but I am busy doing things like this. I have pillows, original World Warriors Collective shirts. I have a limited edition black and gold World Warriors Collective shirts, socks, leggings for the girls out there. Or guys. I know, hey, look, like it's out there. Some of you guys wear leggings, but you know what I mean. Intentionally made for the women. Coffee mugs, and a World Warriors Collective T-shirt. They got front and back to them. This is the Alias shirt right here. The Universal Battle Group, Global Fighting Unit, World Warriors Collective, all means the same thing. So this is just the first store. Now this was just the original line of merchandise that I came up with, because I just wanted to have something simple that represented World Warriors Collective. We got stickers right there. So yeah, it's a pretty cool. I don't sweat, I drip skills. I do have that shirt somewhere around here. This is like the team jersey right here, like the team jersey. I got ADS Play 101 on the side right there. You guys can't even see it that good. That's a shame. Boom, right there. ADS Play 101. I gotta get it right there. Boom. So that's something cool for the meatheads out there and the gym rats. Hey, like the tank right there. Hey, that explains it all. You don't sweat, but I don't sweat, I drip skills. That goes for across the board. So I think that's a cool saying. Now the Global Collective Collection is me, basically. Like I said, this is a brand that is intentionally unifying gamers. That's a term I don't really approve of using myself, but I understand why it's there. But gamers from all over the world, we exist everywhere. So I created the Global Collective Collection with that in mind, of having a shirt represent the gamers that are out there, that are in places that I know they have video game tournaments and fighting game tournaments, or they have participants representing these countries from those, from those countries coming to the United States or Japan or wherever they may go to compete. And I figured it would be cool if they had a shirt that matches their country, representing the warrior that they are. So, we have the Dominican Republic right there. That's the first one. We have the Jamaican flag. We have the United States flag right there. We have the Brazil flag. We have the Mexican flag. We have the Israel flag right there. We have the United Kingdom with the Union Jack right there. We have the Canadian flag. We have the Korean flag, the Puerto Rican flag, the Japanese flag, the Philippines. We have the name of this country is called Bahrain. I don't even remember what this country was. Bahrain. There we go. Bahrain. This is a country in the Middle East. So I got a flag for that. In the back of them have the World Warriors Collective name in that nation's colors. So, and each shirt comes in a variety of colors, and also China, and there's more countries coming as well. So this is just what I have right now. That my personal favorite one, as far as like the look, is the Philippine flag. I think that's like the sickest one. But most definitely, into any body wearing this shirt, I would like to see or do like a montage of people, wearing the shirts, you know. So if you purchase a shirt uh, or any of the World Warriors Collective merchandise that you see in the stream, you know, take a picture, put it on Twitter, put it on your Instagram, link me to it by tagging me in it. World Warriors Collective, all one word. So I can put you guys in that montage. Like, it'll be cool if like all the orders for like April, you know, I can bunch them up, put them in a video montage, say thank you guys publicly, get your name out there yourself, get your face out there. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be something cool. So these are the Teespring stores right here. So next up, we have the next step in, you know, building World Warriors Collective into a brand. This started off as an esports team, which I kind of still consider it to be to some degree, but it's more so of a clothing line now. And that being the case, I wanted to branch out and do more than just t-shirts. You know, everybody has t-shirts, and it always bothered me when you look at guys that are more notable in like the FGC or in esports, who have made a name for themselves through these fighting game tournaments, who do have t-shirts and hoodies and things like that out there. They never try to branch out in anything else outside of that. Like, they don't have headbands, they don't have cell phone cases, they don't have, you know what I'm saying, other things. You know, they don't have, they never branched out to really try to make themselves into an entrepreneur outside of the FGC or outside of esports. You know what I mean? And it kind of shamed me, because I feel like even though it's a niche market, these guys are known faces in this community, and you have people who have shown that they are willing to support them, but they never really tried to do anything with that. So when me going forward with the World Warriors Collective, I decided that I wanted to push the brand into doing more than just being a t-shirt, you know, sale company or whatever the case may be. So I decided that I was going to start incorporating shoes. Now, some of you guys seen the various shoe montages and things like that, you know, like the Chuck Taylor style shoes that I have being designed. More of those are coming along the way. I kind of wish I had the montage up for you guys, but unfortunately I know it's going to crash if I try to do that, so I don't want to. I'm trying to avoid that as all possible. But you can look at past live streams on my YouTube channel and see videos of, let me see if I can find anything myself. Demos, finished games, upload. I should have past live streams on here, because I know I have them. I know everything is everywhere. So like, even when you look at the new merch promo, things like that for 2019, you can see them in there, as well as several other live streams. I need to start putting. I don't think I ever put the live stream tab up there. Don't worry, like, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna fix that ASAP, so we don't have that 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 disconnection. So going forward, I finally decided that I was going to start investing my time and trying to create shoes for the World Warriors Collective. Now, they had the Chuck Taylor design shoes that most of you guys have seen. They have the nation flag on there, and those are the shoes that were intended to match the shirts going in from the Teespring store. So when those shoes get prepared and get ready to get, you know, sold and things like that, I'm going to get more. I'm gonna do more live streams like this to get people aware of what is out there, and, you know, explain what it is, and get people interested in that. But the shoes that I am talking about, that I have just recently released, are the CollectivKykz. Now, the CollectivKykz are a black and gray shoe. You know, and I've actually got questions from people like asking me, well, the logo is, you know, gray and purple. How come you didn't try to invest time in making a gray and purple shoe? Well, the thing is, you know, that was a good idea, but the thing is, I was thinking about, you know, and then go to discount, put your email in there as you go to the website and you make your purchases, and you get discount codes for your purchases. But how come I didn't make a purple and gray shoe? Well, the logo of the World Warriors Collective, you know, that those colors mean something, and I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. But I thought about, the average person likes to wear a lot of like black and neutral colors, black and white colors, gray colors, and things like that. So I figured a shoe that matches those typical colors that they might wear was best to go, because I want the shoe to be fashionable as well. I just don't want it to be for a community and things like that. I want it to be fashionable so that anybody would be willing to wear it. And black and gray was kind of like the first colors that I thought of in regards to that. So, black and gray was the color that I decided to go with. Now, there will be a gray and purple shoe coming up next, depending on how well this shoe does. So you guys will see more colors coming in the future. So this is not it, not by a long shot. So the shoes are $189. That ships to the United States or Europe, free of charge. It comes into this. It comes with the sweet box right here, which is kind of like a collector's item. I know people that like to collect shoe boxes. This shoe box is a collector's item, hands down. And yeah, man, it comes in a variety of sizes. So for women and men, these shoes are unisex. So if you're getting it for your kids, your woman, whatever the case is, I don't think they have kid size, do they? They don't have kid size. Dang. So if you're getting it for your spouse or whatever like that, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your auntie, whatever, who plays video games, hey, this is the shoe for them. So these shoes are available through a store that I linked up with called AliveShoes.com, and they're really helping me push this shoe and get it out there. So the shoes are up for pre-order, as you see right there, and I need at least 7 pre-orders for them to go into production. So to help support this, I am giving pre-order bonuses to people for the first 7 pre-orders who buy the shoes. And what those pre-orders are is that you guys are going to get a World Warriors Collective t-shirt. Actually, I'm going to show you what the shirt is that I'm going to be giving you guys. I'm going to be giving you guys one of these sweet shirts, one of the Alias shirts right there. And it comes in a variety of colors, so don't think for a second. I have a version 1 and version 2 for every shirt. The version 1 are normally like the lighter colors with the black lettering, and the version 2s are the darker colors with the white lettering. So you definitely can go about matching up the shoes with the shirt if that's what you guys want. So get this back up and running. So you're gonna get one of those shirts for the free. It's a pre-order bonus. Of course, the details, I'm gonna work that out in a little bit with you guys. Also, what comes with it is a World Warriors Collective bandana. That's right, I got World Warriors Collective bandanas for sale right here that you guys will be getting along with the pre-order bonuses, as well as I'm going to be making some custom pins. They're going to be 2-inch. The pins are going to be 2 inches in size, and they're going to be soft enamel because I want to make sure that the shape of the pin gets gets the way it needs to be, and what have you. So I'm gonna be making those pins through wizardpins.com. Now the way I'm gonna distribute these is that when you guys make your pre-order, right? You guys make your pre-order for CollectivKykz. You guys are gonna get an order number, and you guys can contact me through Twitter, Instagram, whatever the case may be. My PlayStation PSN is ADSPlay101, so you guys can you see it right there in the live stream above me on Twitch. It's the same as it is on my PSN. You guys can message me through there, giving me the confirmation number or the order number. And when you guys receive your shoes, I will contact you and ask you what size shirt you guys want, and get your address from you guys, and then ship those things out the next day, uh, in order to get those pre-order bonuses to you guys, ASAP. So the pre-order bonuses, I would say, probably take about like 3 weeks, tops, if that. I'm pretty sure I can make the process faster, but it all depends on how quick people get back to me once they receive their shoes. But I want to wait until you guys actually receive the shoes, and then um, get in touch with me, so I can get the right size shirt and what have you for you guys. So those are the pre-order bonuses that I am pushing for the CollectivKykz to get those pre-orders. So, and there will be more pre-order bonuses as more shoes are released. They're gonna have their own pre-order bonuses. So this is just kind of like the first step in uh, making that a thing. So hopefully this mic isn't too low because I'm gonna be mad. But yeah. So that is the CollectivKykz right there for you guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. I think this is about like a good 30 minutes. Like I said, it was gonna be like 30 minutes to like an hour. Uh, I have a lot of things I need to do, but more so, I want to say thank you guys who's going to watch this later on, and make their purchases and support the World Warriors Collective. I feel like this is a brand that can really be pushed to help unify people, and going back to the colors and the logo, uh, I chose these colors for a reason. When you think of purple, red and blue, you can take whatever culture you come from, be it gang, corporate, politics, or whatever the case may be, and you fuse those colors, red and blue, together, you create purple. And I feel like that's a color that creates uh, and represents unity more so than anything else between opposing sides. And when we're unified, there's nothing we can't accomplish. And when you look at the color gray, a lot of people say that everything is just black and white, good or bad, yin and yang, but when they come together, you mix those two colors together, they create honesty, they create balance. And when you look at the World Warriors Collective, it's all about inclusion, and it's all about unity and balance. You know what I mean? That's what the colors were made for. That's the reason why the logo has those colors. And I just want to thank you guys for joining me for this live stream. I hope to see you guys during more of my live streams in the coming future, and how I'm interested in seeing how you guys are willing to support and gain interest in the World Warriors Collective brand. So again, follow me on Twitch at ADSPlay101. You can follow me on on Twitter, same name, Instagram and YouTube at World Warriors Collective. Check out the merch store. Again, I need to mention this: the Teespring store. Use code WORLD10, WORLD10, in order to get 10% off on your total purchases on the Teespring stores. Yeah, man. So thank you guys very much for joining me, for watching, and for giving me your time. I do appreciate it. I feel like World Warriors Collective is a brand that can really represent everybody in the FGC, or just in the gaming community as a whole. But I feel like this is definitely something that can be pushed to bring people together underneath one solid banner. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna exit with this: be humble in victory, be gracious in defeat, but show no mercy in battle. World Warriors Collective. Thank you guys very much. Peace. See you for live streams and a whole lot more. Thank you.